ESPN's Ben Solak on if playing Deshaun Watson would be a waste of time for the Browns in 2026.
Yep. You're not even if you get something good, you're not going to get anything good, right? Where all right, he plays decently well, better than he's played in years past on his contract. What are you going to do? Extend him off of the injuries with the personality that he is, with the contract that you previously gave him? What does that negotiating table look like? What sort of new deal could you possibly get on Deshaun Watson that he would sign to, that he would agree to, given how his tenure there has gone in Cleveland? Like, I can't imagine he'd be like, really, really wanting to stay there with the Browns. And even if you get that, he's going to be, I'm trying to do the math in my head, he's going to be almost 31 at that point, if memory serves. So now you got a guy entering his 30s at the quarterback position who's coming off of still a major lower body injury. Like, the ceiling is going to be low on what he can give you long term. And so even if you get good play out of him by investing in him for 2026, which is not something I'd be interested in doing at all, I just think that's a dead endeavor. But even if you do it and you strike like relative gold, I think it's fool's gold. I think if there's no kind of, a positive future for you, because now you got to go and negotiate a contract with this guy in one of the weirdest situations ever. I think that's a hard one to win. So to me, I would have no interest in it, but, they made an enormous investment in him, and that cost is kind of sunk, and they're having trouble extricating themselves from that. That's how it goes in the NFL.
That's a point I didn't even think of, and it's a valid point.
He's cooking. He cooked right. See, look, I get it, guys. Here, you in a situation now for Deshaun Watson. I think the Cleveland Browns, and this is just my own personal theory. Do I know anything? No. I think that they've told Deshaun Watson, listen, hey, keep your head down. We're gonna give you an opportunity to come back and be a backup quarterback. If you're thrust into duty, then great. If you're thrust in duty, you go out there and do your thing. It looks good. You get an opportunity to resurrect your career somewhere else. But he brings up a very valid point, because you have to think of it from two perspectives. I always tell people, I'm wondering where Deshaun Watson has been injured for a while now. Don't you find it kind of strange that there's no interviews, there's no quotes, there's nothing? There's some tape of him like working out now. But I just think that the command structure has told him, hey, listen, keep your head down. We'll try to get you to go somewhere else and resurrect. If you have to come in spot duty or whatever the case may be, that's good too. Be ready to go. But if you're looking at it long term, he already has the guaranteed deal. You can't move the deal because you need his cap space to basically be able to field the rest of your team. That's why when you look at, these options, when people say, go get Malik Willis, it's like, okay, well, are you getting rid of Deshaun Watson's deal? Are you going to take the cap space you have and invest again in another 20 to 30 million guy who you've had less of a sample size than the guy you played last year? And then so you take a look at it and you're like, even if he does play well, say he plays out of his mind, say he comes in, Deshaun Watson is great, he has a 1 year. You know what the price looks like? Coming off Sam Darnold, if he looks great, see, Sam Darnold comes out here and wins the Super Bowl, he's redirected his career. You're going to have to renegotiate with Deshaun Watson after you've only got 1 year of good production. He has had a shoulder injury. He's been time off. He's had the Achilles injury. And on top of that, Deshaun Watson may not want to come back here. I mean, let's be clear. Deshaun Watson's his thought process and his relationship with the fans is not the greatest. I mean, they did cheer there were certain people who cheered when he hurt his ankle or where he tore his Achilles heel. Browns fans are not, really in his corner like that. So even if he does have a year, has the leverage, has an opportunity to go another place, well, he may just take that opportunity and go somewhere else. And now you've invested your time, energy, and effort into someone that you don't have a long-term investment in, when you could have been given the opportunity to find out what Shedeur Sanders is. And this may seem very uncomfortable, and I know people don't like it because, sometimes you talk yourself into things because you want a new quarterback and you want a level of finding somebody new. But the goal is, look, you take 2026, you give Shedeur Sanders an opportunity. If he turns out not to be the guy, he doesn't play well, you set yourself in potential that nobody can come in and be upset because you gave him 26 and 27. That means you're definitely drafting a quarterback. So you can think of it in a couple of ways. You can say, all right, well, we could split this thing up and do it another quarterback competition and bring these other people in. But playing Deshaun Watson comes with another Pandora's box of circumstances that you got to deal with the fan base financially. And what are you going to do long term? You still don't have the long term answers at quarterback because now you got to go back and renegotiate with him, and you still don't have a fallback plan.